Hi, I'm Bob Deese, your Any Lab Test Now answer man. I've had a few employers and a few employees ask me about a urine drug test. Like, what do I expect? What's the proper way to do this? And is the test that I'm getting where I'm going right now accurate and done correctly? And I thought the best way to go through that would be to just do a complete walkthrough and walk you through A to Z to get this thing done the way we do it at Any Lab Test Now. We tried to do our best to make sure that we keep everything done exactly the way it's supposed to be. So what you would do is you would walk in through our door, and you're going to come over here to our desk. Come on, camera, come with me. You're going to come over here to our desk, and you're going to tell the employee behind the counter that I need a drug test. And you've got to describe to her it's for my employer, it's pre-employment, it's for random, or I want to make sure that I'm going to pass a drug test at my employer. She'll have you fill out one of our forms indicating exactly what you just said to her. She's going to ask you for a photo ID to make sure that she's giving a drug test to the right person and everything's copacetic in that regard. The next thing you're going to do, she's going to ask you to walk around to the second booth in the store, where she's going to give you a drug test kit, and she's going to fill out that drug test form. Okay? Now, for instance, we have right here a drug test form, and that's going to include your name and address and the information that we need to make sure that we're giving the right drug test to you and doing everything that we're supposed to. It also comes with tamper-resistant labels, and I'll show you where these are going to go in just a minute. She's going to break out a proper drug test kit for the test that you've decided. This one happens to be from Quest Diagnostics. We do drug tests for MedTox, for LabCorp, for LexisNexis, and the list goes on and on and on. So from here, we're going to take the filled out form and the kit back to the next station. And now keep in mind that this process takes about 5 to 10 minutes, okay? Okay, so the first thing that she's going to ask you to do is open the kit yourself. By opening the kit yourself, you know that you're getting a fresh kit that was sealed from the factory and nobody has tampered with this. That's going to be very important to you in the event that there's a negative result that you weren't expecting. Ask you to dump out the contents of the kit. The contents of the kit will include a transport bag, and it will include, depending on the test that you've chosen, either 1 or 2 containers. This test that I've chosen is a 2-container kit. These containers have a fail-safe lock on them that you can inspect to make sure that they have never been opened before. Again, protect yourself, make sure that you're getting a virgin kit that hasn't been used before. Okay? The employee will then ask you to empty your pockets. And in our case, what we do here at Any Lab Test Now, we provide a box where you can put all your belongings, you lock it up, and you take the key with you. We will sometimes ask men, if possible, to turn their pockets inside out. We want to make sure, guys, that you're not taking anything into the restroom that doesn't belong there. After you have your pockets emptied and your kit ready, at this point you never let these out of your possession. Okay, we're going to walk over here and we're going to wash hands with soap and water. The idea behind this, guys, is, we realize that sometimes there's adulterants that can be put on your hands that will allow you to adulterate the specimen, and we're doing our best for the employer to make sure that you don't get to use those. Okay. Now, from here, we're going to go into our restroom. Come on, Mr. Cameraman. Now, in a proper restroom facility for drug testing, you're going to see there's no sink in here. Okay? There's no cabinetry in here. There's no place for someone to come ahead of you and hide an adulterant. In the toilet, you'll see the water is blue. You're not going to be able to steal anything there, you know, by lifting the lid or whatever. Okay? At this point, you can put these two containers in your pocket, and this is the container that you're going to urinate in. So, what we're going to do is we're going to shut the door, and the cameraman's going to stand right outside. Okay? And what you're listening for, what we do is we wait right outside there to listen to make sure we don't hear somebody lifting the lid. Ta-da! And you got to trust me, we've urinated. Right here on this container is a temperature strip. This temperature strip is intended to let us know is the urine at the proper temperature to have just left your body. So we're going to back that camera up, and we're going to continue right here. Again, this is particular to our store. We're going to let that sit there for a couple minutes because the rules of drug testing tell us that we should check that temperature 4 minutes or within 4 minutes of the actual collection. What we find, guys, is people who have tried to fake it with devices or adulterants or bringing in somebody else's urine have either microwaved it or they've heated it up with a car plug-in heater or something like that. By letting this wait that full 4 minutes, we give it a chance to cool down, because if you've heated it up in a artificial fashion, it cools down faster than if it actually did come from your body. So I'm going to, while I'm getting everything back in my pockets, I'm going to let that urine sample just kind of cool down a little bit, and then we're going to check to make sure that it's between 90 and 100 degrees. At that point, these little things get snapped open. You can actually hear the piece coming off. We do the transfer. Now, this is important for somebody who's the subject or the donor of a drug test. At this point, when the urine is there and this is happening, you don't ever want to let your eyes leave sight of your urine or the test kit, because this is where, if somebody was going to adulterate your sample, this is when they'd have the opportunity to do it, and you don't want to let that happen. So always stay right there and watch this happen. So it's sample A, sample B. They get sealed, okay? And this is something, this next step is something that a lot of drug test people don't do correctly, and we want to let you know that we do it right here at Any Lab Test Now. We have our tamper-resistant seals, and we put those on, and we will ask for you to sign it and date it. Not here on the table, but here on the sample. It's kind of difficult to write there, and we understand that. But now we know that something else didn't happen, the phone didn't ring, somebody didn't do something, someone didn't get called from another room, anything like that. We know that that was sealed at the time it was collected and it was signed for. Okay? Now, there's no way for me to take this off without damaging it. I'm going to try to get it off. Oh, look, it tears that easy. That's why it's done this way, guys. It can't come off without the laboratory knowing about it. At this point, the employee is going to have you fill out the section that says you watched all this. She's going to put the samples in the bag. She's going to take the proper page, fold it up, and put that in the bag. And then she's going to seal the bag. You should be very interested in making sure that you watch all of that. If you're not there when the bag is sealed, someone could mess with your urine and cause you a failed test that you don't need. And just like the two tubes I showed you, it's impossible to open that bag without showing that it got damaged. Okay? That is the complete step-by-step about drug test collections. I hope I've answered a few questions for you. If you have any more, you can reach me at the store here at 610-813-9438. You can reach me by email at bdeese@anylabtestnow.com. You can find me at Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Hope to hear from you soon.